In less than a month, the University of Illinois will welcome thousands of students back. Before then, there's a lot to do, including talking to Congress for the Chancellor of the U of I.
And the Chancellor himself, Robert Jones, is here in Chicago. He joins us live from right out on the plaza. Sir, thank you for being here this afternoon. We really appreciate your time.
It's my great honor.
All right, so let's start off with this kind of breaking news here. You're testifying before a congressional subcommittee tomorrow morning. What's the topic and what do you plan to say?
Well, the topic is about the desire to double the funding for the Pell program, which is a long-standing federal grant program that was designed way back in the mid-60s and early 70s to make higher education affordable, to help make it affordable to those students who are first-time college students, to give them access to college. And so it is something that really is the best investment that you can think of in this country to provide access and affordability to higher education. And a lot of what we do at Illinois and other universities around the country is built on that foundational Pell Grant support that really hasn't kept pace with the cost of attending college. And so we're joining the Association of Public and Land-Grant Universities as well as the Association of American Universities to advocate for doubling the Pell Grant so that we can provide an opportunity for more students from low socioeconomic backgrounds to have the chance to pursue a college degree. I think the economic vitality of our country really depends upon us bringing the support in alignment with the contemporary issues and challenges of finance and education.
All right, that's happening tomorrow. We'll be watching to see what the reaction is to that. While we have you, we want to talk, of course, about back to school. What does school look like this fall? Does it look normal?
Well, I like to talk about it as a new normal. We're not thinking about converting or going back to pre-COVID. The new normal will once again welcome the largest total student population in the history of the university, with somewhere between just south of 9,000 first-year students and about 1,600 transfer students. So it'll be the largest class in the history of our university. With the exception of classes that are 200 or more, which will remain online, at least for the first semester, everything else is going to be back face-to-face. And so we will be providing that face-to-face experience that the college students expect when they enroll in Illinois.
And with regard to being face-to-face, sir, what's the vaccination situation with students and staff? I know you guys are on the cutting edge of testing technology.
Right.
How's compliance going and what is your outlook for the fall?
Well, we think compliance is going to be excellent across two requirements. Number one is that we are requiring vaccination for both our students and our faculty and staff if they're able to do so. And if they're not able to vaccinate, we then are requiring them to use our world-class innovative saliva, COVID-19 saliva test. And those two pieces in our arsenal, we think once again would allow us to keep our university safe and to finish the academic year as safely as we did last year. And so those two requirements we think are going to be the game changer, because our focus has always been the health and safety of our community, and we think we'll be able to do that again with the protocols that we have in place.
Chancellor, I have just seconds left, but I understand you're opening an office in India. Can you quickly tell me about that?
Yes, the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign has had a long-standing decades and several decades presence in India. Our alums and our faculty have been involved in helping establish the higher education system in India. Next to China, India is the place where the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign has the largest number of international alums. And so we thought about doing this 2 years ago, but because of the economy and other issues, the Urbana-Champaign campus decided to not do it. But now, with the support of the University of Illinois system, President Tim Killeen, we're going to be opening a system-wide office in India to really serve as a point to focus our recruitment there and to serve our alums and to serve as a place to really help drive our donor base and solidify and advance our partnership with India.
Chancellor Robert Jones from the University of Illinois, thank you for dropping by outside of our studios and taking the time to talk to us.
My great honor.
Thank you
so much.